Chat, they didn't steal my eyeliner. My eyeliner was in their room because I tossed my bag, which holds most of my makeup that I use, you know, a lot. I have that in a little purple baggie, which is just, peak self-indulgence. Well, there we go. No, in my peak self-indulgence bag, which is filled with, keychains and buttons of me and all of that good shit. I've got my eyeliners, plural. But we share our bedroom, so your stuff is here too. Yeah, I just dumped my self-indulgence bag on my bed. Thank you for the FNAF jump scare. Wait, Ringo, I was about to say Milo. Bonjour, hello. That's a very cool and amazing person.
Bonjour, Lady Right.
Ringo, the fuck are you doing here? Hi, buddy. Yay. I'm happy, don't get me wrong, but I'm perplexed that you're here at this time. What time is it for you, Ringus? Ringus, what time is it for you? Brother, isn't it fucking early for you? I'm finally able to lurk your stream. Dude, isn't it fucking early for you? You cunt. Noon? Oh, I thought it was like early morning for you. That time I want to say. They're American. They're American. But like America has 15 different shades of time. Might as well be, I just don't. Ringo! You need to sleep more. Well, better. You need to sleep. Guys, I swear to god, if I ever get an Unox sponsorship, it's over for everyone because I'm eating the good pasta cup again for cheesy pasta cup. It's currently giving me the will to do this stream. Our card trapped me in bed. Get out! Sorry. I'm completely normal about your cat. I'm completely normal about your cat. I totally wouldn't commit multiple atrocities for that cat. Yeah, they're really nice. I also really like the potato cuppies. Oh. I finally have a favorite amongst those, by the way. That's over for you, for real, for real. Yeah, you're gonna avoid the spoilers, that's your own merch. So, I'm gonna do the Wordle first here in a sec. But, welcome on in, Ringo. Good to see you again, bud. I'm glad you've awoken. Also, Astrid! Hello, it's me, you're back from the gym. 11 months, buddy. Congratulations! Oh, well, jeez, 11 months is so fucking long. The Kingdom of the Netherlands is technically 2 time zones. Astrid! Hi, buddy, how you doing? I don't think you've been, like, in the chat a lot. Like, so it's good to see you. By the way, Astrid, I hope you're realizing that you're gonna get paid in nuggets while you're here for my birthday. Yo, workouts first time since surgery. How did that go? Did it make your body feel, you know, more functional? I've been constantly busy during stream mode. That's fair. I could say, did you forget that my mods are supposed to get paid in nuggets? You're one of my mods, you fucking idiot. You dipshit, you're one of my mods. You get paid in nuggets. String? Damn! Okay, Milo, I had to pass that one. Have you seen the new Hell of a Bus shirt? I have. Sorry, it knocked me out. I've seen the new Hell of a Boss shirt. Blitzo really isn't coping well with, like, the situationship divorce, maybe not? Whatever the fuck happened at the end of the last episode, I don't fucking remember. He's just Blitzo, and I think he maybe needs to get, like, his small pee-pee issues checked. Anyways, I think oh no, Twitch, are you sure you're sending this? Twitch really was like, hey, are you sure about this one, Chief? By the way, I'm looking up the Wordle as we speak. I'm grabbing the Wordle so I can do that immediately. So, give me one moment. Where the fuck's this? Oh wait, I didn't even see the message so to reapprove it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yeah, my accent has been switching all over the place as of recent again. So, it's been a bit whack. The Wordle was easy today. We'll see about that. You know, we'll see about that right in now. Hold on, I'm gonna scuff this. Haha! Give it a moment, guys. Give it a moment. Where the hell is the correct background? Why is everything weird and shoveled? Dear God! Let me remove them wings again for today. And I'm roughly here. By the way, thank you for redeeming that Wordle, by the way. Oh.
What do you mean, mate? We ain't doing no accents here. I hope it does British more than usual.
I mean, there's the Welsh voice. I keep him surely after midnight. Yeah. You see it's midnight and you just go, oh, Wordle time. Also, guys, this is what the phone charm looks like, and I need to show you all how weird it looks without the tail. This is what I did at school, and this is just a raw line work like this, and I have to still make it crunchy like good potato. So yeah, we'll be doing that in a sec, but first, we all know what time it is. It's Wordling time, I said before I wordled all over the place. So let's hit that play button. It's because I got the ping and brain go, oh yeah! Nice. Tell us Aurelium feels cursed, it really is. You're playing The Sims? That's so cool. Bestie, you're so cool. I'm eating pasta while we do the Wordle. Oh, okay. Oh, I did death, so we have that one. We'll go with group. And then... technically I already got all the vowels likely, yeah. Also used to Wordle at midnight, but now I force myself to do it in the morning to wake myself up. Oh! Welsh is my favorite accents. Welsh cat girls are best cat girls, if you get what I mean. Yeah, fair. Nanyu really like one of the creators that I watch a lot. I believe her name is Jenna Live. She's got such an amazing accent. I love her videos reacting to transphobes and shit, and just absolutely cussing them out with the most beautiful accent a creature could ever, like, hear. Crosswords in the morning. Crosswords are also just a real good way to wake up, so we know it's not that. It said there's no N, but I know there's no N, but I'm still gonna put in melon. Oh. Okay, so that means I either have the O here, which doesn't seem to be the case, because that just reads like Dutch. Let me see, what letters are actually fluff over? I've not been thinking about it. So part of me thinks there's a double L involved here. Part of me thinks there's a double L. I think I remember the word now. That's impressive, but also I'm eating pasta to think, guys. Cello? Cello could be a possible one, yeah. And cello is the word. Like, I will be completely honest. I was looking at the word cello for a second. I mean, like, am I gonna try it, or am I gonna keep it in the waiting room? But congratulations on Milo being the MVP for Wordle today. Okay, hold on. I swear my Twitch is cursed. It showed me the little bounds of approve a message type of deal on the side, and then there's nothing. So it's an instrument. Yeah. I did cello and hello before running out of guesses. No! Yeah, I'd already ruled out the H for deaf. The big boy violin. Don't let the cello and violin players hear that. Yeah, it feels like the only word option with that. No worry, guys, I'm just eating the pasta real quick before we actually do shit. It's because I really like this pasta. I'll come be first with the E and second after. Was I thinking, yeah. A viola. So I felt the only possible. I was looking for other words I could put in. I feel like melon was just sort of decently good word to toss in though. I'm getting better at my words to roll out letters. I am glad about that. Jello was your first stick you were just hungry? Likely. I'm probably hungry right now. That's again why I'm eating all of my pasta before I do the fucking art. Melon calm because she had the O on that spot already. Yeah, no. It couldn't have been melon. But I wanted to do it for fun anyways. Sorry about my tracking messing up when I eat. Sometimes it's just really difficult to get the last piece of pasta out, so I like end up shoveling it into my mouth like a little Kirby. Like, I'll just sometimes place the rim of any container of food to my mouth and just shovel it in. Anyways, I was using a 3.5 skill brush, which, yeah, it maintained that, so that's good. So we're gonna add that tail in, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I crunchify the line work to make it look real satisfying like the way I did it for my phone charm, right? Because there is a method to that madness. I normally play hard mode, so I'm forced to be efficient. What is the difference between normal and hard mode? As I'm taking a nap, I finally put my headset on the charger just now. Proud of you. Okay, I'm gonna sniff my nose because it's everything right now. Hold on. You have to use letters you know are right? What does that mean? Like, once you know there's specific letters in there, you can't use words to rule out more letters? Like I do, or? Normal means, to reusing red letters, repeating yellow. Green and yellow letters have to be used. Oh, okay. So it's basically hoping that you have a good starting word? Is that it? I was expecting water, completely forgetting that I put lemonade in my cup and got my... I got my fucking taste buds basically flashbanged. By the current, by just the pure taste of orange. Like the fruit, not the color. Before anyone thinks I'm talking about the color, no, we're talking about the fruits right now. Anyways, no, hold on. I'm gonna have to real quick do this. To round it out better, than do that, and then we are left with very basic line work. You can already see it in a tiny minute. Thought it was allowed either until I did. I, however, normally don't do that. Start with a J normally. Yeah, that one makes sense, because that's like a lot of the different stuff. No, no, we're not numbing colors, we're numbing fruits. They're all fruits and juice. A la soda, so also fruit juice with a lot of extra sugars. I bring them a little bit, try to avoid gray repeats as much as possible. Same, unless I'm feeling extraordinarily silly. So first things first, if I see any hard corners, or just even soft corners, I'll go around them like this to thicken them out a little bit. To really fill this in. Why is the TTS not working? What got? Oh no. Oh no you don't. Twitch, what are you doing? Oh, hold on. I think I know what went wrong.
Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, there you go. I think I know what went wrong, but I'm not sure. Oh, because the message got auto-modded. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was like looking at all the other stuff what it could be, eh? But if it got auto-modded, that makes a whole lot more sense.
Skittles, taste the rainbow, motherfuckers.
Yeah, taste the rainbow, motherfucker. Yeah, any harsh corners, I basically soften them out by doing this. Which is how you get those really intriguing little corners. And this is a thing I've recently started doing again, because I used to do this. And now it's just back, you know? And because this is all towards the back anyways, let me put that a bit lower. Automod loves you today? Yeah, it loves you so much, Milo. Have a good nap, love! I'm gonna be working dutifully on your piece of merch. Because again, I feel really bad looking at the merch I've made of myself and just how little there is of Aurelium. Because I keep indulging myself. So I'm gonna make sure that there's a lot of Aurelium merch as well. The only thing that I can't merch match with them is how I'm planning to release like merch that is different for my different outfits. Because all of my merch right now features my main outfit, right? But I want to make merch that has the corp fit on it. I want to have merch with the new model on it. Yeah, I thought I was gonna spoil, huh? Anyways, I want to have merch with the new outfit, with the corp fit, with any future outfits I make as well. And they're basically just different wavelengths or different charged photons. Here are different wiggles of light. They're just different light wiggles. But also another thing I do is, say it's in shadow, like this part, I'll thicken out these lines regardless. To make it feel like there's actually a lot of shadow going on. Tasty wiggles, very tasty wiggles. Anyways, now that you guys are seeing me do this, and understanding my methods to this madness, we're just gonna continue doing it without too much emphasis on what's going on the screen, except for what's like happening in the chat. But I haven't asked everyone today. How was it? How was today? Did the Monday treat you well? Because it sure as hell didn't treat me nicely. It saw Friday the 13th coming up. It was like, oh hell no, we gotta prepare. Hold up. Hold our beers. We gotta make sure this Friday the 13th is it. Let's go for the first time this year. Nice. Wait, water droplets break light rays on because from wavelengths they get separated during night, creating a rainbow in the end. Oh, so that's how that works. And I remember reading that somewhere, but that's just like a little vault of knowledge that's been lost to me for most of my, you know, existence. Anyways, there we go. It's one lower arm done. To bring out the chunky layers as well, or not layers, the chunky lines for the sleevey as well. And then a little bit over here. Because you guys can see just how much it adds, right? To do this. Because in my opinion, even in parts that don't have it a lot, it adds still quite a bit. I was alright, but during Spanish class we had some people from the Canary Islands here, so we spoke a whole 90 minutes in Spanish with them, which cooked your brain. Ooh, but at least you're getting prepared to talk to the cat, you know? Bring the battle to his home turf. Let's see. Right up here. And then I'm expecting there to be like shadows cast in this little area, so thicken that out a little bit as it goes behind the leggies. Yan yan, enough talking. that would be as true when he is very tired of yapping. That's true when he's tired of yapping and just wants to play his game. But it's scuffing. This cat, by the way, the me when his copy of Doom broke, how it blue screened his PC. Like, Astro crashes Doom somehow, and the first person I think he texted may have been me. And I really question why. How did I do it? I don't know, it's Astro. He was once again proving why the fuck I call him Scuffstrew. Also chat, there's a new game that I want to try out, right? But I want to try it out with chat, because not many of my friends have it yet. It's called Yap Yap, in all caps, and it's about basically going into some poor wizard's, like, tower, and wrecking the place. And I really want to try that out with people. Which means that we'll likely have an open lobby type situation on stream at some point, because I'm really eager to try it out as a game. I think he encouraged him to get some reaction out of people. You'll join me? Yay! I think he said he didn't count. Oh yeah, no, I see the problem. He didn't do bits counting beforehand. That's why he didn't have luck. Also, after I'm done catching Aurelium a bit more up with the merch, which means that what I have to make is his phone charm. And then I'm gonna have to make their starting soon animation, because I'm doing it the exact same way as I did my shit, right? Which means that I have to make him a starting soon life 2D animation. Loopable. That I then also turn into merch. And then after I do that, I have to figure out what I want to do for painting of them. But after that, I am gonna probably do a corpse themed sticker sheet. A Corwall themed sticker sheet in like the Corwall equivalent to my corpse shit. Where applicable, because not everything works quite as well. Like a plush pin will not work with their Corwalls. But I can definitely do one of those triple piece keychains. I'm sure when the bank is gonna be happy with me buying games though, that's so fair. Like, it's the most expensive ones. I feel that, like, this month's expensive because it's my birthday. March is expensive because we've got Six the Musical and Here's My Nasia. And another birthday of someone else this time. April's expensive because it's my partner's birthday. Also March, of course, we have 1 year anniversary, but like... I am scared for that because I don't know what to do, chat. I don't know what to do for our full year anniversary. But that aside, May we have TwitchCon. And then maybe after June it finally calms down, you know, in terms of expenses. And then we start all over again come October, technically already September, for my favorite holiday of the year, Halloween. Honestly, I could put so much tax on Halloween shit and I would probably not give a fuck because I love Halloween. Come on, I do not want stray pixels. Get out of here. Oh, it's just dust on my screen. It looks like a pixel. Hello, here. Oh my god, hi! It's good to see you here. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you could finally catch one of mine. Sorry, I don't think I've been in any of your streams yet. I've been very busy this bird's been busy. It's my concert tickets, but it's called TwitchCon. Here's My Nation next month. Cave Town beginning April? Which concert do you want to get tickets for though? I'm very curious. What are you going for? No worries, life happens. Yeah, for me life just keeps happening. I'm technically a full-time student, part-time VTuber. I've released a book, like... life has definitely been happening for me. Ilya May used to be called Malame. Oh, okay. I don't think I know that artist under either name. But still, if you can get tickets, I hope you have fun. But I hope you're enjoying yourself as well here, Mimi. I don't know if you've been live today. If not, make sure to, you know, take care of yourself on your little day off, I dare say. If you have been streaming, take care of yourself on the day that you've worked on. Technically, streaming is both a hobby and a bit of a job, so either way, take care of yourself, okay? Or we're both telling each other to take care of ourselves. Not been streaming today, but I did productive stuff. I am very proud of you. Just remember to also do stuff for yourself, okay? I think a lot of people nowadays forget to do stuff for themselves. I'm not a full-time streamer. I am not a full-time streamer either, technically. I'm getting awfully close for someone who's a full-time student. But either way, still take care of yourself and never forget to do something fun for yourself, okay? Even if that's just like drawing self-indulgent stuff. I'm head off now, have fun sketching, Mr. Fee. It's not even sketching, this is my crunchy line work! Have a good one now, Mila. I'll see you around. Oh, great job on making so much time for streaming though. Yeah, it's mostly because I can skip quite a few of my classes. Because of the level of education I'm doing right now, right? They could look at my diploma of my previous education and just go, oh yeah, you've already exceeded what we teach in these specific subjects. So I don't have to show up for these and just have to, you know, do the job-oriented ones or like the specific skill-oriented ones. That and also learning about, you know, societal stuff. And voting and politics, and apparently also there's an entire chapter in that course on racism. Streaming could be self-indulgent too if you really enjoy it though. Yeah, it definitely can be. but I'll say some of the self-indulgent stuff that I drew on stream before, not of like any weird variety like that, by the way. It's just like the self-indulgence of drawing myself constantly over and over again was getting a bit much. And sometimes I'll just play what the hell I want to play on stream, and that's real fun too, to be honest. But honestly, my biggest self-indulgence is when I can just sit in my room, in my little office, full quiet, having either a video of someone else playing a game on the side or music that I softly sing along to, and just doing anything, really. Like, the amount of times I'll, like, softly be singing along, and then Aurelian was, like, playing with one of their friends, and then I just hear them waddle over into the office for me, and it's like, hey, by the way, they can hear you singing, and they said it's, like, really, really fun to hear you singing. I'm like, oh, now I'm embarrassed. You weren't supposed to hear me sing like that, because I was practicing. But yeah, I'm currently just working on merch stuff a lot as well during the art streams, which I think, like, even if it's self-indulgent merch where it's like, ooh, I want to draw this, like, sometimes it can get very difficult to still pick up the pen. Could be in part due to the fact that I'm having the art student curse of it gets hit with burnout. Like, I am constantly feathering on that edge, right? But also just in general, sometimes only drawing to sell, you know, stuff like, I don't know, buttons or keychains, as I've been doing quite a bit as well. It gets so super monotonous that it just hurts my brain after a while. And I think it's okay for me after I have done the Aurelium stuff to just slow down again. Figure out what the hell I want to draw. Like, I did that yesterday by doing just a study on how to draw bunnies for most of the stream. Most of the stream was me figuring out how to draw a bunny, and I actually improved quite a bit from that. I did a sketch without, like, any reference or anything. Just using what I had learned about bunnies, like bunny anatomy, all of that shit. And it turned out so much better than anything I would have drawn a couple of days ago. So I think I'm also just gonna do more art studies on stream. Because, you know, it helps me become a better artist. And I don't really mind doing art studies. I actually think they're fun. Yeah, I need to balance it with other type of art too. Yeah, for people either wrapping up for an artist alley for the first time, aka me, or people who are more, you know, accustomed with artist alleys, I think it's either way important to just take your time to do other stuff too that isn't just meant for XYZ product, you know? And then you'll find me scrolling on my manufacturer website being like, oh, what's some cute shit I can make for myself? Completely ignoring the fact that I should be working on, like, the buttons for pre-existing fandoms that I've gotten keychains and stickers for at this point. Because I decided to keep the sticker art the same as the keychain, but then the button art needs to be different. It's like really nice aesthetically, if you ask me, to do that. So like, it's not like I regret my choice, but it gave me a lot more work. Do you have a convention, Shen? No, that's the thing. We have a convention, like me and my partner Aurelian. We signed up for a convention. I cannot say which one because it's a small con. And I basically doxed myself by saying where it is, so just FYI. But sadly we haven't gotten any correspondence about our application. And this convention would be in early July, I believe? I think early July. Either early June or early July. And it's a relatively small one, and they don't have a lot of requirements, and price-wise for like stands, it's very cheap. So I already had the finances aside for that. I was working on stocking up Yeah, it's the not even letting us know that the application was successful, which has been really worrying. I honestly should send an email, but because this is the first time we've applied for a convention, I am really unsure of how to write that email, how to formulate it. And it's just that they never replied. That's so rude. No, they're supposed to reply. So the thing is, it's not like it's potentially not even a rude thing. It's that maybe something went wrong in the application process and then it never went through correctly, which is why I should be sending an email, but I don't know how to formulate that. I'm really worried of being rude back with asking in a really weird way, but also it's like a Dutch convention, right? So it's not just like I can use my large English vocabulary to say for yourself here. No, I'd have to actually write out the email in Dutch, and that's also just a big part. Yeah, I can send an email. That's normally what to do. Okay. Thank you, Elder Convention Artist in the chat. I'm by the way saying that jokingly. If you don't want me to say that, you can tell me, but I gotta eat dinner, gotta lurk. I hope you'll be able to reply. I get a reply from the con. Thank you, and thank you for the lurk. Have a good dinner. We're just gonna be continuing working on this, and thing with these little phone journeys is because they're gonna be 4 centimeters, and that's with the little hole included. I don't really feel the need to shade them because I think I would be too busy on the scale. No worries, happy to help. If you need help, feel free to DM. Oh, thank you! I really appreciate that. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, you go ahead and lurk. You go ahead and lurk and get that dinner. But yeah, because they're small, again, 4 centimeters with a 1 millimeter bleed line, or well, not bleed line, 1 millimeter outline of the eye, like of the. Well, I'm having issues of like the acrylic. And then you have the little hole up top here. When it's that small, it's best not to shade it. Because then the shading is gonna be really overwhelming and it's gonna make the design less readable in my opinion. So hence why we're doing this. I'm gonna make the liner nice and crunchy though. It's not as crunchy as mine. But then again, on my keychain, there's also just more going on because I drew every single fucking feather that I have, all 6 of them. Well, technically I have more than 6, but I drew all 6 of the ones that are normally there. And, yeah. It just made for a very busy one for me. Sadly, Aurelium doesn't have anything like that. I mean, I can give Aurelium extra tills, but I don't think going the Kitsune route here is gonna prove quite nice and honorable. It could work, you never know, but I don't think it will, sadly. No, because there's an overcast shadow from the hand here. I'm just gonna do that so that you have the accurate vibe of the overcast shadow. No feathers. No, not Mega Mind. No capes, darling. No capes. The true person who would be saying no to feathers, we all know her. Be at the fucking mode. But yeah, see how much is going on mine. But then also I have a complicated like design with dress and gloves and everything. It's really female VTuber versus male VTuber over here. Clearly I should draw Aurelium in my main outfit at some point in time. Did I just put a pixel dot here or is my screen dirty? My screen is dirty. But yeah, this is the front side of it. I can also really quickly show the back side again. Again, do note that this is going to be flipped like this. Doesn't make it 100% accurate, but It's the best I can do without affecting the outline for it. So yeah, this is how the back looks comparative to the front. If you guys want, I can quickly grab the mock-up that I have for this from Rookery themselves. Because I do not mind showing that off on stream. In fact, I like showing that off on stream because I am a bit of a show-off. Again, I am a peacock true and true. Oh, and also, a little thing I really didn't know about, because they're taking a nap, I can do this right now. I was gonna make the reverse side, like, they knew about the reverse side with the glasses, but they didn't know I had changed the facial expression a bit here. And the way that we're doing that is simply by having another layer, which is just that part of the mouth. I will say something, hold on. Yep. I see what's up, Need to slim her down a little bit. Wrong layer! Oopsie. Hold on, is that? Wait. Yeah, that's also still on that layer. Fuck, there we go. No one noticed a thing, right? Okay, now just redo that to get the texture back in. Yeah, there we go, that works. Now to grab their colors, so just to be safe, I'm gonna reopen their, where is it? There's their rough sheet. And of course, we're gonna start with the skin tone. And because there's not that much different in this version, from, you know, I feel like I had a stroke trying to word there. What I was trying to say is, comparative to my reversible charm, right? There is not a whole bunch of different shit. There's only a different mouth and the fact that I have to add on glasses. Whereas with my reverse side, it's very necessary to do extra work there. I mean, between the flowers, the way the eyes sit differently, and all of that shit. There's a lot more work that I had to put into the reverse side of mine. And I could theoretically put the eyes differently for this reverse as well. But to be honest, I think that take away from just everything going on with my favorite fish. So I'm not gonna do that. Instead, we're just gonna fill it in, I guess, with this gray, because I can now actually see when I'm going outside the lines. Which to me is incredibly important. I hate going outside of my little line works. Especially when it's nice and textured like this. Let's see, let's lower that a little into all these nitty-gritty little areas. Now you'll see there's 4 beads on that lower bracelet when there's supposed to be 5. It's because I genuinely couldn't fit them on whilst having it be readable, so I have to pick and choose a bit now. And yeah, I will admit, this arm looks a little bit wacky because of it, but it's okay. I'm actually just really vibing with how wacky it looks, because there's a certain human charm right now on it. And yeah, people could yell, oh, it's AI, and then I'll just redirect them to the stream. Like, sure, I didn't do the sketch or the line work in here, but I definitely have a piss poor sketch with a horrible anatomy that I made in the train this morning. And I think a lot of people forget one thing, by the way, and that's if you're a traditional and digital artist, that sometimes it can become really difficult to learn your anatomy perfectly because you're so used to the tools of digital, right? Like, this specifically applies to me. I am so so violently used to all of the tools I have for my digital art. Ctrl Z, being able to just transform tool it where necessary, right? So I definitely have the eye for the mistakes. I just don't have the tools for it because you can't just, you know, grab the ink or like take the graphite off of your page and just bend it to your will like that in the same way that the transform tool on a digital piece could. Which is really sad because imagine how cool graphite bending would be. I think it'd be a subset of earth bending in the Avatar universe. You guys agree with me there? If a graphite bending was a real thing in the Avatar Last Airbender universe, that would be a subset of earth bending. Now ink bending would also be really cool. Like, imagine a calligraphy master that's so good at his craft because of the fact that he's like some ink bender. Like, that's just slice of life or like everyday shenanigery, missed potential and missed opportunities in Outlaw. Imagine there's like some paint or like watercolor paint bender out there, similar to like the Swamp Water guys, just kind of fucking vibing, making his silly little art and just thriving in a bog somewhere. Being like, yeah, I made this painting using my water bending. Yeah, it's no big deal. You see, I used some of this water with, I don't know what that plant is called, but it makes the water like red, but a really nice red to draw flowers with. Yeah. Metal bending sculpture, sweat bending. Like, there's a lot of different sub-bending categories that I think would be really cool if they were canon. And just some existing bending things, like earth bending for sculpting, metal bending for sculpting. Again, water bending for, like, watercolor art bending. Like, it's untouched potential. Like, yeah, there could be these skilled artisans who are non-benders or don't use their bending, and they could be like highly sought after because, oh my god, we have all of these skilled benders that use their bending to make art. And then it's just like some guy being like, I didn't use my bending for this at all. It would be their equivalent of one of those like uber talented 4-year-olds on social media. Yeah, so why not have like paint, water, benders, especially the quarter worlds? Oh, just sculpting is a thing in the show? I know it is. I haven't watched that much of Korra. Because I'm gonna be honest, I got struck with the Aang isn't here and I really just grew up with Aang, so it feels wrong for him not to be here. Of course, I couldn't enjoy Korra because of how much I imprinted on the original series as a kid. And to this day, I still can't. Like, I love that they continued it, like, I do like that for them, but I personally couldn't enjoy it because I miss my boy Aang. I miss Uncle Iroh just being there every other episode with his wisdom. Like, yeah, sure, he's chilling in the spirit world, right? Or whatever. But Uncle Iroh, our favorite tea bender. Yeah, it's a great Yuri ending. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it for how inclusive it is in just every single way, right? But I got so imprinted on the original that I can't watch it without missing all of the original cast. And also just knowing that, by the way, the second VA of Iroh, because they had to cast 2 VAs for Iroh. The first one sadly came to pass. That's why I believe the, second VA for Iroh refuses to sing Leaves on the Vine. The song that Iroh sung for his dead son. it's because it's sung by the original VA for Iroh. Yeah, Maka. Yeah, I forgot the name again, but like, yeah. It's just... It's amazing in my opinion how so much respect is shown through technically such a subtle act. And that has given me so much respect as well for the second Iroh VA, because like, you did the right thing by denying to sing it, if you ask me, because of, you know, it technically being his song. I think a lot of the Atla fandom actually would agree with that. Like, I think that's one of the things the Atla fandom will just agree about. As well as Leaves on the Vine is great, there's only one Iroh that can sing it. There's only one. Oh, it does show on this side, like this. Okay, so... because of how it's bending... Oh, oopsie, wrong. Wait, it goes... Okay, it goes like that. Sorry, I want to make sure the spiral looks accurate to what's actually going on in that tail. And that can be a bit challenging. Also chat, if you're all wondering, where can we buy this cool merch, you shit-eating peacock, who never tells us anything? One Iroh to capture them all, one Iroh to bring wisdom to the world. Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh, our favorite communal uncle. Okay, hold on, I messed up there somewhere. But anyways, chat, if you're wondering where you can get this cool merch, right, that I'm making, look no further than my ACG goods store. That's right, this bird has an ACG goods store. Avatar was a system show. Yeah. Wholeheartedly agreed. I loved Avatar, I still do. I was a very, very young little one that wasn't very media literate, I guess, when the first live action came out. I thought it was cool, cause, you know, ooh, live action version of my favorite characters, but as I grew older, I was like, oh god, they botched it so hard. But there's still a part of me that loves it, just for how wrong it is. But then I absolutely love what Netflix apparently did. I have not watched that version, by the way. I should say that. I have not watched that version, because I heard from too many sources that they just removed Sokka's entire sexism arc to not be controversial. Now, if you fucking know Sokka and his character arc, then you see why removing his sexism is actually a problem. Because he goes from being a sexist asshole to Suki and basically everyone else, to learning that girls, you know, are plenty capable too, to showing a fuck ton of respect and becoming a better person. And the erasure of that character arc will forever be a tragedy to me. Sokka's needing his sexism to get one of his best yeah. Sokka becomes such a great character because he starts out being such a shitty one, honestly. We only get to the best version of ourselves sometimes by allowing the shittiest version of ourselves to exist first, and to wholeheartedly accept that it was just a part of our being at some point. I wholeheartedly believe that, even though it's very difficult advice for myself to actually, you know, listen to, because I will be honest, I am very harsh on myself a lot of the time about being the best version I can be. Jimenez, he had a pretty rough love life. Kind of felt like growing up. Yeah, he was growing up. Definitely. Don't get me wrong there, he was definitely growing up. But it's also just, again, the thing of like, sometimes You can only get the best version of yourself if you accept the shittier version of yourself. Accepting that it was there and accepting that, well, it happened sucks. Time to become a better person, you know? Crunchy texture. Really quickly gonna make sure that these white lines properly glow. Because I did this in the wrong order, because I'm supposed to do water texture and then the lines. So I guess we're going to have extra glowy lines this time around. Gonna merge all of that down preemptively, because I'm just gonna work over top of it. Talking about working over top of it, let's grab the other very predominant color, which is the color of the pants, and the turtleneck, and the little sleeveys. Again, I love using limited color palettes, guys. Does it show? I think it does. I really think it does, sadly. Well, not even that sadly. Honestly, using limited color palettes can be a really good thing. It forces you to be more creative with the colors you have, instead of relying on just color, like, barfing your way through a design. Which, nothing bad about that, in principle. It's just when you do it so much, you can really struggle with making simpler designs that stand out very well. Like, simple in terms of how many colors are used. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. The fire boy with the 2010 Justin Bieber haircuts. Yeah. That's rough, buddy. You know, at some point I do want to make avatar keychains as well, but that's gonna be later along the line. Just because I've got some big fandoms to work through as well. I mean, first and foremost, I'm gonna have to stock what I have already made. Because, well, stuff like My Little Pony is now fully stocked up, as is Deltarune, by the way. I have yet to make, like, the fucking buttons for Deltarune. I have to finish the ones for All for the Game. I have to stock up All for the Game. I have to stock up the Eevees. For the Eevees, I also still have to make the guys darn, whatchamacallit, the buttons. So as much as I want to work on other fandoms as well, there's such a big to-do list of stuff that needs, you know, matching items. In that sense, because I like to offer keychain, sticker, and button of the same fandom, and on that note, I also should be doing the Tale of Lost World ones soon. Because I did put those keychains up on my ACG Goods store now. Let me take another sip of my drink. I might have to refill my cup soon, which means that we'll be going on to a BRB, which I'm gonna take that BRB to really quickly make me an Aurelium some dinner. I'll wake him up for it, cause it's very easy dinner. It's pasta and then just a cheese sauce. It's like the powder that you can make. So overall, incredibly easy dinner. It's just that they got home late and then I got a bit overwhelmed and then I wanted to rest up a bit before stream, and we all know how this goes. We all know the pipeline. But yeah. Anyways, is chat interested in having my ACG Goods store link? Because one thing I really would like is feedback on my prices. I've gone ahead and lowered them a bit today to what I think is more acceptable and, you know, what I would personally be somewhat okay with. But I really, I guess, need some feedback about the pricing of my stuff right now. So if there's any chatters that would like to go through that and just give me their pure, unfiltered feedback, let me know, because honestly, it'd be extremely helpful. It'd be very, very welcome, and the only thing I can't do is like set certain items lower, because like the stickers, they have a minimum of having to be priced at $3.50. I physically cannot make them lower, would if I could. And keychains and all other things have the same issue, where it's like, there's only so low that I can go with these. And then I also have to worry about how much of the earnings I make from it, which is the really challenging part, because I don't want to mark things up too much. But at the same time, I have set prices for all of these things on my little sheet, and I would like to make, you know, what I'm expecting to earn at, say, a convention from them as well. Though I know that's not nearly as realistic. So I really want to ask for all of y'all who sometimes dabble in ordering stuff like keychains online. Are any of you down to give me a bit of a review on my prices, give me some pointers, maybe tell me when the stuff's really too expensive? Because that'd just be super nice. Also, sorry I sound so nasally right now. I do not know why it's happening. I wasn't sounding as nasally before today. Like, earlier today, I sounded fine, and then I hit go live, and then boom, stuffy nose. Could be that there's something about the office I need to clean up that I'm reacting to again. Because I do have that every now and again. As out of nowhere, I'll just suddenly start to react to, like, I don't know, dust particle number 3059. It's really weird. I should have the raw art of their narwhal somewhere, no? Yeah, there we go. I've got this thing, which is just, you know, the print. Because we've had to grab the print for last TwitchCon to just print it onto an actual physical shirt so they could cosplay their own VTuber. So ever since then, I have just had it in my files. There we go. We'll do it like that, and then I'll mesh transform it a little to warp it to the perspective where possible. You see, then these two need to be a little wider, and then we get a nice little bit of a curve. Okay, that should already be better. I should up for now for reasons. Have fun drawing a cute novel. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye, Jester. It's always a joy when people are around, though. Okay, so I think I'm gonna keep it to the actually no, I wanna do this differently, because the other RPs I've done for them also has the red up to blue. I think I wanna have, you know, the green, the blue, and then the purple. I'm gonna skip the red this time. I forgot to color pick it well. Okay. That's already better. My stylus is being wacky today. And that's the bead pattern for this one, so grab that. It all works towards a central color, which does make me happy because I don't have to color pick from top to bottom like that. I can just do that. And now we finally get onto the hair. Gonna put this in a separate layer. I'm gonna keep the horn till the very last, just because that feels like a fun thing to do. But because, you know, my boy does have multiple colors of hair. Because technically there's a strawberry blonde, I believe, undercut. That, you know, is only really visible from certain angles at the front. I've never once drawn the back of their design, so I couldn't tell you what it looks like from the back. But from the front, it's mostly the blonde like this. But then the strawberry blonde almost forces the vibe of a shadow being cast. Even though there isn't one. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but this entire thing is unshaded. And when they finally get the better setup, they're gonna get such a model upgrade from me. They don't know what they're in for in terms of model upgrade. There we go. Protect alpha, that shit. Grab that color. Now the way I do this is that the outermost spiky, that one, yeah, that one's just gonna stay blonde. So these two out here are gonna stay blonde, and then this becomes like the border for where the strawberry pink goes. It's very similar to how the back hair layers are done on their model. And also let me fill in these fucking irises before I forget. Or not irises, scalera. I know some weird pixels there. No straight pixels allowed. We'll go on BRB after I color in the horn. Just to get food. Oh, pardon? To get food in and everything. So it'll be a bit of a longer BRB. But after the BRB, we'll color their eyes. And see what I want the line art color to be. We'll set it up, you know, to have the other side done as well. Where I will color correct the shoes, maybe? Like, yeah, I will color correct the shoes, maybe. Nah, actually, I didn't have symmetrical things there either. I think it's fine. I think it's quite silly to have it like that in its own right. Why is there a ping in the Workery server? Okay, someone just responded to me posting spam 10 on the art channel again. Oh shit, I did not realize my art program had just disappeared from the overlay. But yeah, actually before anything, I'm just gonna set that to that. See what one of the darker blues is that I could use from here. I mean, probably if I just grab this and make it a bit darker still. Somewhere along the lines of that. And that's a very soft blue Aurelium. I'll probably do something to force more readability here, now that I'm looking at it, because the readability there is a little bit shit. You're not really capable of seeing what's happening at the pants area. If I make it a bit lighter, will it be better? Because darker isn't gonna help me here. It's a tiny bit better. I like this personally, even though it's still unreadable at the pants. It's just nice. FYI, this is their line work without the color. But yeah, we're gonna go out to our little BRB now. I'm gonna make dinner, so we're gonna be gone for quite some time. I know where to preemptively put us on the BRB, by the way. I'm just gonna let the music play. I suggest for everyone who is around the same time as me and hasn't eaten yet to also just get some food in. Make sure to get some food in, make sure to rest up a tiny bit, and I'll see you all probably in, I think, 20 minutes. Again, sorry for a long BRB, but your bird's gonna have to get dinner sometime. And that time is now, because I'm fucking hungry. Sorry for the silence, guys. We're switching over back to headset. I was charging that while I made dinner. But I am back now. I've got a plate of dinner on my lap. I just need to find where I left my fork. Found it. I stole my other thing of pasta that I ate, like the pasta cuppy that I was telling you guys about earlier. Also, can I just tell, like, I have to adjust the audio volume between going on speakers, or when I have to charge my headset there in stream. And like, yeah. Oh, worse. Anyways, we're back. I hope all of you also got something to eat. I hope everyone's doing, you know, great, as you should be. We're gonna be doing the last bit of this piece, which is the eyes. Where, again, this is not gonna get shaded, this is gonna be a phone chart. Well, it's technically not the final step, because I also still have to do the other parts, but... First things first, the eyes. So they have some very funky eyes as well, because I cannot draw normal eyes on people. Nuh-uh. A boring old pupil is not on my watch. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I got a tiny bit more energy. This is because I ate my dessert before I was done with dinner. And it had a lot of sugar. I'm not exactly like a caramel enjoyer, but... You know, sometimes it hits. Sometimes grabbing the food you've actively despised usually just hits different. Also, hold on. Yeah, my pen brusher is behaving. Okay. The only thing that's gonna be semi-shaded, by the way, is the eyes. But that's just to give it a bit more visual depth and to pull your, you know, your own eyes to them. It's a really dumb way of saying it. But I think everyone got the memo. A bit more rounded there. Yeah, they're the same shapey as mine. Just a bit thicker. And without the other pointed stars. Which does make sense, knowing the VTuber lores and everything. I mean, like, I created them, so of course they'd have some sort of mark on them that would, like, tie them to me, I guess. Like a sort of, hey, I made this one as my husband. Well, more so, made this one as my friend, accidentally became my husband. And that's, I like to think that when lore arise, I am, you know, responsible for someone's creation. They inherit a little part of me. For some people that may be the hair. For some people that may be like the evil corruption. But for really, it's rather wholesome in the little star eyes. Which I'm drawing them more and more like stars every single time I draw them. It's really funny. They started more out as like diamond shapes, and they're just slowly becoming more and more four-pointed star like-ish, I guess, as I continue on. That's great, honestly. It's great being their official artist, because sometimes they'll just let me do whatever the fuck I want. And sometimes, even I don't get to choose whatever the fuck I want. My hand will just draw things this way, and I'll go, oh, okay. I think that's a reality of art. Sometimes you control the brush, the other times the brush controls you. Anyways, get that shape in. I do think I want to erase the tiny bit of work I did that goes into the iris like this, because it's just obscuring a lot, and I don't exactly enjoy how obscure that was starting to look. No, there we go. Now we're on the right layer again. I had to contour see a few things. It looks fine from this side. Does it look fine from the other? It actually does. Because that's the thing with keychains and merch. If you're not doing very specific double-sided, like, you do have to keep in mind that you're gonna want to flip that canvas, because it's not like they tend to print, you know, one side and then leave the other white with certain manufacturers. I definitely know that there are menus who do that, or where you can put it like that, but most of the time you're gonna have art that's seen, you know, on the intended side, which will be especially obvious if you've got an asymmetrical design, which both me and Aurelium have. Just, mine is a little bit more intense on the asymmetry than Aurelium's is, dare I say so. Because their asymmetry comes from their shoes, their hair, specifically their bangs, the bracelets, and the hoodie print. Besides that, pretty symmetrical. For me, it's the hair, the eyes, the markings, like a lot more towards the center of the face as well. And then in this outfit of mine, it's a lot more obvious that there's stuff going on. I mean, if I turn my hair back, right? Got the asymmetry on the legs as well. So theirs is definitely a lot friendlier to, you know, being put on a keychain and keeping that design somewhat on model. Mine's just a bit meaner with it because of the fact that I'm just like, asymmetry is like my favorite thing to do. Let's add it everywhere. Although I haven't done it as bad as I did in the past. Chat, y'all do not want to know how often in the past I would have insane asymmetry going on. Let me also just draw these in, and then I'll do the glasses at the very top. I know there'll be 2 layers that I need to toggle back on. So that one, and then I need to grab the very specific color that their stuff is, so it's that. Which means I can immediately just realize that I can do one really stupid thing. But it requires me to first draw in those glasses. Which actually, I do want to grab the reference, like the sketch for this, not the reference. It's just to make it a bit more, you know, doable on myself. Because I did really like where I placed the glasses in the sketch. The fact that they're slightly shifting, on the face like that because of the angle makes it really visually intriguing to my brain. There we go, make it thicken in certain areas. There you go. So that's their glass for the backside. Now, I have figured out the magic that is the gradient tool. And there is one setting on there, which is the silver one. Looks like this. But if you do it on a layer that has Protect Alpha, you can just do that. And it's not like this is the only silver either. You've got this one. You've got this one as well, which I really like personally because it's just a lot softer. You've also got this one, which I think this will be the one we're going to use if I can line it up nicely. That's nice enough. There we go. That's basically silver glasses. Boom. Done. Not fully, because I am very lightly gonna bring in that glasses color again by just having a 17% opacity. And that makes it a little bit darker, sure, but it will bring the color back in. Well, specifically the specific shade of gray. So I'm grabbing some of my pasta. I made Halloween shaped pasta with cheese sauce, and then I just put some slices of ham through it. Like, I basically minced up those slices of ham and just put them through it. It's really nice. And the little shapies of the shape pasta are so fun as well, because like, there's bats, there's jack-o'-lanterns, there's ghosties, and there's spoodles. And they're also multicolored. Like, you have the yellow, but also purple and orange ones. It's honestly insanely fun. Now check out their skin tone. Yeah, no, definitely more this way. And then go to their face. Definitely needs bigger, but less bright. And this way it shouldn't overlap on the hair. Have that nice little bit of blush. Really work it in over here as well. And then just lighten that out just a tiny bit because those are a bit too bright. And then small but higher opacity airbrush. Slightly less small. There we go. That gives you the shiny little blushy cheeks. Which I think are fucking adorable for this. Also, we've got an ad break coming up very soon here. So please do keep that in mind. Now, I dare say this is done, so we're gonna start saving it. Come on, work with me. And this is the part where we make it look all wacky by doing full it horizontally like this, so I can save it for the backside. But I tend to do, 2 iterations of the backside. One flipped for the keychain and one unflipped in the case that I want to turn it into like a sticker. Which for both of these I'm planning to do. I've consumed dinner. Awesome! I'm really quickly gonna set up your keychain now. If I will create a phone charm. I keep saying it. I keep saying keychain. It's supposed to be a phone charm. Gosh. Anyways, really quickly putting the art in for yours. Yeah, that's the front art piece. The cheese sauce just tastes a bit different when there's a higher concentration of it. Alright, thank you for letting me know. Okay, I need to turn the die line into 1mm because I just way prefer that. Make sure the hole's in a nice spot. I think here will actually be the best spot for yours. And then I'll size it up a bit more. Yeah, now yours is at the same size as mine. But even when there's a high concentration of cheesy sauce, is it doable? Is it doable, darling? Okay, now I need to grab the... Oh, which one is it? Hello, it's a little baby lanyard. I know there's a blue one. There's supposed to be a blue one, no? Fluorescent green, pink, light blue, there. Aurelia, are you ready to see your little one? Here in a sec. I know, but I wasn't expecting a different flavor and it was only the last 2 bites. That's so fair. I'm first renaming it on the thing. Yours is slightly more expensive than mine. Despite mine being bigger? I think. Yeah, yours is a 23 by 40. It's the same setup. I don't know why yours is a few cents more expensive than mine. That's really whack, sorry. Yours is smaller, but somehow costs more. Find that really amusing somehow. So let me grab the let me grab the preview. And then I'll copy paste it into Firebaka. What blam? That's yours. Of course it looks a bit blurry like that because of how it renders. And of course the back here with you being all happy. I'm gonna grab the other preview that I can grab with this. Which just shows the... Could be because of shapes. Potentially. And I'm also gonna grab the other preview that I can easily copy, which is this one. Which just shows the acrylic. So yeah, that's yours. I do feel like it's slightly blurrier than mine. Which is weird, because it's the same size canvas, and I just went in to re-edit mine. Hold on, let me double check, because... You know, mine's also decently blurry, never mind. Mine just feels less blurry because it's busier. Oh, prettier? Yeah, this one's for Aurelium. So I felt really bad about how little Aurelium merch there is versus mine. So I'm starting to work on matching up my existing merch for Aurelium, so that we both have like similar merch lines. Which means I'm gonna have to make an entire starting soon animation for them. Pieces of ham were trying to escape my mouth. That was criminal. Anyways, I had to recover from that one. We still need this up. We can save this real quick as the fire alpaca file. Yes, I would like to replace that one, thank you. And then close the previews, because we've got other work to do. And I may as well sketch this out when I'm still alive. Because this one's gonna be infinitely more intriguing. The starting soon animation. You guys may have noticed that I've made merch of my starting soon animation. And that was honestly just because, you know, self-indulgence struck again. But because I want me and Aurelium to have similar merch lines, or, you know, copy-paste where possible, this means that I am going to be making them a animation that they can play on their starting soon. And I'll be turning that into, you know, keychains and everything else as well. Then I'm gonna make him a triple core wall chain to match my triple corpse chain. And then I'm gonna make them a mug using those things to match my first mug, and so that Luca can have their own mug as well. Now your eye shape's a little bit different. I'm now just copying my eye shape again on accident. But yeah, Luca, Aurelium, you're gonna have your own mug. I'll make sure of it, don't you worry. Also, we're starting soon, I have like this idea. Which, I mean, like, there's a reason why I'm using the symmetry tool, I promise. I wanna have, like, some sort of almost crescent of coral and stuff, so, like, I'll just doodle this out a bit like this, and I'll refine it later. Because right now we're sketching anyways, right? And maybe it will just straight up just be a crescent of coral. And then this is where I, for the first time, have to turn off the symmetry tool. There, and then this one will go underneath it, sure. There we go. That thumb is on the wrong side, because that would be pointing towards yourself. It's basically like having the little armsies hang there. The entire idea is that we'll bounce up and down a little bit before having an up movement a bit further, and at the same time their little tail will be wagging about. but I'm gonna draw it very specifically in a way that makes it harder to rig, but would make it prettier for the merch. Just because I think they deserve that. Oh, no, not transform. No. Do not need the transform tool. I am going to change the mouth a little bit because it's very much blending in with everything else right now. Which is very easy because we're doing very light sketching. Gonna shape them out a bit more. And I did think it'd be nice to have the sleeves show just a tiny bit. And then I'll just preemptively draw in the pupils so I can have happy chemicals when looking at this. And I'll just real quick also do the hair. Fuck it, all the details, right? This is what a good workflow looks like, right? I'm gonna change that up a tiny bit because that's definitely too exaggerated. Okay, I think you're gonna have the same thing as I have with my model, and that's I draw it so often that some things just automatically change based upon my art style. And I do want to apologize for that preemptively, but also it's gonna make it so that your things look better. I think just having little eyebrows like that, and then I want to have the mouth open up a little bit. Like that. Little bits of blush on the side. Back in bed, leg still hurts a bit after the cramps or movements most. I feel like I'll cramp up again. Ooh, yeah, be careful then, okay? I'm trying to eat pasta throughout the stream. It's very difficult. Oh. I say, putting pasta in my mouth. By the way, chat, likely no stream tomorrow. I've got another dental. It's time for the next dental appointment. Yeah, I'm glad for you as well that you managed to get some food in, darling. I'm proud of you for it too. I know how difficult eating can be sometimes from, like, anyone. Especially when you're in pain. Like, pain can be especially tricky on, you know, getting food in. And that's the way I'm gonna make it feel, like the tail, because it will be a front view of this, basically. Change to my actual PJs instead of house clothes because those are warmer and I can tell body's keeping. Yeah. Smart. Actually, I'm gonna change this to be a bit more like this, which is gonna make it look really weird on certain angles, but that's fine. At least it's more accentuated now that it's a fishtail. Yeah, I'm eating more pasta because pasta's getting cold and that's mean. Oh. Oh no, LadyPhantasma is eating their dinner on stream once again. Oh. Okay, so you basically cannot regulate your temperature very well, is what I'm hearing. Like, we're having issues with temperature regulation, right? My pasta nearly left the plate in ways that it wasn't supposed to. It's warm in your room? Open the door a little bit. We usually have both doors closed so that there's like no sound overlap, but you're basically silent over there anyways, right? Thinking about it, I do maybe want to make it look like these are like rocks with some coral on them. So that it's almost like you're nestled in a thing of coral. You get the vision? Do you see the vision? And then your claspy would sadly be in your tail. But it's still very cute regardless. And I think having a tail wag when you're nestled in a coral just sums you up very well during your sorting soon. I really am. Do we approve of the vision? Oh. Actually, no, a really input. The narwhal. No narwhal input yet. Ah! I will save this just in case after I, like, increase it a little bit in size. There we go. I will need to put this in a completely different folder. There we go. And now I feel safe to start drawing some core walls of yours. So again, need to go into the same folder that I just saved your stuff in. Pardon for that burp, sheesh. Oh wait, these are all out of whack. I forgot about that. I'll still do these three because they just work in a nice gradient. So in case y'all don't know, these are the sub badges I made for Aurelian. Oh god, I've got hiccups. They're narwhals with little corals as their horns. Amply named the Corwalls. I'm gonna close all of these real quick so I can focus on the core walls. Also, I have no clue what the sketch looks like because it cracks my screen. All I see is my face. No! Okay, I'll show you later. For now we've closed it then. For now I'm drawing your little core walls. Which... I am consistently drawing narwhal tails wrong, sorry about that. The little menaces, they're not as menacey as they could possibly be yet. I just know that we're not at a final boss of core wall shenanigery yet. Like, you get me, right? There could definitely be more shenanigery, and there will be more shenanigery in the future. Just when in the future, we don't know. Core also don't have access to the knives yet. I'll make this one have like a little innocent smiley. You know, new core wall, new core wall, still happy to be here. Hasn't seen the horrors yet. That means so finsies would go here. Maybe I'll even give him some blush. So that's like your first core wall, although his horn is a bit big. We're just gonna select transform and squish it a little. And fix it later. So that's your 1 month core wall. Your 2 month core wall has already gone through a little bit more. It knows more of what's going on. So it's also just positioning itself differently. It's gonna have its little finsies poking out. And I'm gonna have to draw a core wall horn in perspective. Oh, however will I do this? However will I draw it in perspective, right? Right, guys? It's shitty in perspective, but I don't care. And then, like, hold on, let me actually make that cell just a bit better, because it's too long now. There we go. But I'm gonna make it have evil face. Evil face for evil Corwall, who is certainly planning something. So that's your 2 month. And then for your 3 month, I'm gonna break out the symmetry tool for a sec. If I can figure out what my brain's trying to blast onto this canvas. There we go, I'll take off the symmetry ruler now. So top of the body is symmetrical, but then I think it'd be nice to show the tail a bit like this. I'm bringing the symmetry. So I do think they're using both of their little finsies to hold a knife. And I do think it'd be dramatic to have it cover one of the eyes like that, so you can only really see just the one small eye of the Corwall that's just completely lost its mind, being part of your school. How do we like this the final end boss Corwall with knife? I'm gonna alter the tail a tiny bit. Wrong way around. The big side of the flippers towards the back. How do I feel about this, Aurelium? How do you feel about me giving them the freedom to stab? We'll need to do this a little bit. How do you feel about this one? I'm sorry. Fuck. Idea. How about now? It's brighter. This is impossible, man. Silly is silly indeed, right? Downright whimsical. Well, not so whimsical actually, because it's holding a knife. I'm saving it for now. I think I'm gonna call it end of stream here. I know that it's very rare for me to do sub 3 hours, but I will say I am very eepy. I've had a long day of school listening to like a 2-hour-long fucking PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, both the first row of our treatments have knives. At month 3 they get knives. That's just canon, isn't it? I also just think having this version of the core ball, like the slightly bioluminescent one, being the one that fucking loses it is, I think it's just golden. Yeah, we're 3 months. We've got knife privilege. Anyways, I'm gonna switch this over, to our just chatting soon. Where the hell did my mouse go? There's my mouse. This shit can be so difficult to find sometimes. I'm like, I need to get a custom cursor. Knife privilege, yeah. If you're in my chat for 3 months, you get knife privilege. If you're in their chat, 3 months knife privilege. Like, we have matching privileges, and that just means y'all can get to go a little bit insane. But for now, keep that insanity in your pants. Captures on accident, but worked so well. Yeah, for real. I know it's technically sub 2.5, so I'm just gonna keep yapping for a tiny bit, but I'm genuinely out of art juice. In fact, I don't know whether I still want to play Minecraft a little bit, or whether I want to lay down. So, I'm gonna go and raid into somebody. I'm already gonna take my art tablet out of the laptop. That's what the badoop was just now. You're gonna sleep so hard, you're exhausted. Oh, I lost tracking again because I tried to put something away on stream. But that's fair, darling. I'll probably also have the crash of a century, considering that I have been surviving on too little sleep already. Anyways, we're gonna see who is left to right. Now, I do wanna see... what's their user again? So there's one streamer that like, even as evil, wanted the game of Val. I basically got home and crashed. Yeah, that's the issue I keep having with going to class as well. It's just like, I try to go to class, I come back home, I fucking crash so hard, I can't do anything, don't want to go to class anymore because it ends up with me not having energy to do anything for myself at all. It's a ruthless cycle. And I need to see if this person I'm thinking about, where is it? I was watching a videos of theirs earlier. It's a different user than I thought it was. Hold on. What is hold on, it's saying no channel phone, but that's probably because he's not live. No? Yeah, no. Very sad. Very sad. The person I was hoping to at some point isn't. Body's just a bit too much pain to attend tomorrow. Yeah, fair. Especially with the cramp earlier. Gave my brain a jump start though. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be looking at a rando to write, but I am very curious to see which of my friends are all alive. Oh, that's a lot of people alive. Good thing I'm not picking from people I've already raided into before or have befriended along the line, because that would be a crazy amount of people to pick from. So I'm gonna see who's live in the arts tab and see who I wanna raid into. Oh, this person is a really cool VTuber, but they're Russian. Everything is in Russian. I won't be able to understand them. No. Ah, the shame of a model being cool, but getting blocked by a language barrier. It hurts so much. Let me see. Why is there so many non-English speaking ones in my raid list? This is an insane amount of like Espanol, Chinese. I believe that's Korean. That's so many people in different languages. I love that. I actually love that. Okay, I guess we are raiding into someone we— oh no, never mind. Oh my god, they've got it. Okay, we're raiding into someone with like one of those cutesy chibi like little kibi models. Oh, they're making image for themselves. Oh my god, they're fucking shit's like— okay, sorry. We are raiding into Nachi, with double C. So I hope everyone remembers the raid message. If not, I'm popping it on in. Which, why do I raid into cats as a word? I don't fucking know. The Brit in me struck again, clearly. Okay, let me see if I copy and paste. Yeah, I copy and paste it correctly. I'm gonna put the raid message in the chat again, so y'all can grab it. Oh yeah. Go grab it. We're gonna be raiding into Nyachi. Again, this is a raid into a random to support fellow creators that don't have a raid from yours truly yet, and also hopefully meet some cool new people. Okay. Let me just, come on, press that button. Holy shit, that's an insane cramp in my fucking leg as well. Why are we twinning, Aurelium? Anyways, we're gonna be running into them, so it's a random. Please remember to be respectful and listen to their chat rules deeply. We don't know what type of vibe they are, yeah. Make sure to send my raid message in there. Give them some good old support and wish them all that good jazz. And for all of y'all, make sure to have a lovely day, night, evening, afternoon, or whatever other time it is for you over on your little place on Earth. Make sure to rest up, first and foremost. If you haven't had dinner yet, make sure to go get some. Eating is very important. Even if it isn't dinner, go grab something to eat if you must. Hydration as well. Please keep hydrated. And I'll see you all likely on Thursday, where we're gonna have the final teaser reveal before my birthday. After which we're probably gonna be unavailable for a tiny bit because of everything surrounding my birthday, sadly. And then we'll have my birthday like debut, like of the new outfit, all cool and awesome. But anyways, I'll see you on Thursday. No clue what we're gonna do yet. I'm going completely unscheduled, unscripted. You'll see what I see. Good night, everyone.